Okay, so I want to show you today what a BIM file in Vectorworks looks like. Um, Vectorworks was kind enough to send me this. It's a new file they're working on. It's not done yet, but it's good enough for demonstration purposes. So here you will see we have a building on a site. I think they're calling it a gallery space. We have a triple height space. We have some sort of ceramic paneling on the side. It's pretty ugly, but you can get the idea of the scale of what we're working with here. Um, the classes for a BIM file work exactly the same as the classes do now. We may find we need to classify things slightly differently, but there's no real difference there. The layer setup is slightly different, but more or less the same. It's divided by stories. There's a couple other additional layers you may want, like slabs and floors, to separate things when you're looking at your model. But for all intents and purposes, layers are the same too. And you'll see that Vectorworks has started to mock up a small set to demonstrate how this BIM model generates the 2D drawings. So everything that you've seen me click through is being directly generated from the model. That's including these rough details, but obviously there's still a lot of work on these details to do, but even things down to the components and how the components of these systems interact are being derived directly from the model. So what do I mean when I say that? So let's go back to the 3D view here. Let's say we want to make some changes. Let's say the shape of the ceramic is going to adjust to something like that. Okay, that's in shape, and let's say that this wall down here, we want this wall now to be a window wall rather than this 12-inch CMU. So we're going to replace that with a curtain wall system. Say OK, we'll give it a second. And now we have a curtain wall system down there. So a big design change that was pretty quick to make. Obviously, there'd be lots of little modeling things to take care of, parapets and removing the scupper, but let's say we're happy with that for now. So if we hop back into the set and we go to our elevations, and so here is that shape we changed, and here's that brick wall. So if we update this, those changes are reflected here. Same with this axon. And if we go to a section, here's that wall we changed in section. I'm just going to change the display properties so we can see the section cut a little bit better. So we can see the cut. Now if I update that, you will see it's now the window wall is being represented. If we go to the first floor plan, we won't even have to update anything. We'll see here that that window wall is being shown where that brick wall used to be. So if I click in to the plan and I select this interior elevations tag, I want to take a look at what those interior elevations look like. So this is a smart elevation tag that is auto-generating these elevations. So I'm going to click on that tag. I'm going to navigate to interior elevation viewports. It's going to bring me to the sheet layer where those viewports are saved. And so here are the auto-generated elevations. Again, obviously quite a bit of work that might need to be drawn on top, but the basic backgrounds are done for you. So again, I'm going to update these, and we should see this wall here change in just a second after Vectorworks gets done redrawing everything. Now, there we go, and now we have that window wall being represented. So you can see how a relatively quick change that, if all of these drawings were separated, might take half a day to go in and modify all the interior elevations, sections, and 3D shots. Now all done in one pass. But obviously BIM goes a little bit beyond that. So it's not just coordinating the model and the drawings itself, but it's actually coordinating the set. So it's not only the drawings that are coordinated to the model. itself, but it is also the set that is coordinated to the drawings, that these tags both have an auto-coordinating relationship with the drawings they reference, both in that these tags actually are the ones generating the drawings, and they also know where those drawings are. So here we have a section. I've sort of beefed up the display style so we can clearly see the section cut. But if we look at this tag here, this is pointing us to A201. We see this little green lock. That means that this tag is auto-associated with a drawing. So that means if A201, that page where that section happens to be on, gets moved or changed, let's say to 2.9, we press OK, we see that this tag updates automatically. This happens to be the page that we're on, so if we go to 2, as you would expect, if the drawing number here changes to 15, this tag updates. And you notice that there are several instances of this tag in various drawings pointing out this section. They all update automatically, so we'd never have to go back and re-coordinate our tags. But it goes beyond that, that these tags are actually in part generating these sections. So it's not just the number, but it's even the placement of where these tags are. So this is what I mean by that. If we go into the plan, and here's that section through the stair we were looking at, this one A209, 2.9, remember we changed the name of that page. So if I take this section and I just move it over so it's now cutting through this other part of the stair here, and now I navigate to section viewport and I update this, we see that the section has now changed. I'm now cutting through the other part of the stair. So it's not just the numbers that are coordinated, it's the exact placement. You want to see what a section is, you actually draw that section line right there, and Vectorworks will respond accordingly.